Hey everybody, it's Donna here, and today we're going to talk about the Armadillo spirit, and his message is set healthy boundaries, and he's the number 3. I'm going to show you this beautiful card. Armadillos are so cute, and I probably saw them at the zoo or whatever, but when I moved here, I'm in South Carolina, and I wanted to go to the beach as soon as I moved here, and I drove down to Charleston, and then a couple of months later I drove down to Savannah, Georgia, and you saw them on the side of the road. They've gotten hit by cars, and it made me so sad because they're like little magical creatures, but they're so cute. They have their little feet. But anyway, so this is a really big one for me. So a lot of times we develop our patterns that we had as a child, and where you were in your family, what placeholder you had, and what was your job in your family, whether you knew it or not. So for me, it was definitely, there's a lot of things, but I was definitely the people pleaser. Like I remember my grandmother was sad and I would make her laugh, and that's definitely, I love to make people laugh, but it originated from having this position in my family to make the feelings lighter and make everyone happy, because if someone wasn't happy or a group of people weren't happy. And it takes a long time to get past the people pleaser part and just still want to be part of a collaborative effort with people, but not take on their burdens. Does that make sense? So for instance, through this quarantine, I'm such a person to make sure, I'm so empathetic. I want to make sure everybody's okay and everybody's doing well. And not that I didn't reach out to all the people I love, but I also took this time to pull my energy back to me. So what that means is I just said, I'm going to just focus on me and cut any cords around me and just focus on what I need to do. And that was a big part, was my home. If my home's in disarray, then I don't feel 100% because I'm a Cancer sun. And so, I've focused on that. And as soon as I took my attention to myself and let other people deal with their lives in their own way, even if it's just worrying for someone or just feeling like you're protecting, for me, it's like protecting. It's like I put all this energy out protecting people. And not that I'm not still protecting or wishing people to be their safest and their happiest. It's just that I needed to get that energy back for myself, for me to take advantage of this timeout that we had in life. And as soon as I did that, honestly, it was crazy, because I've been trying to get another lawn guy. I've been trying to get someone to fix a roof issue. I've been trying, the roof issue isn't that long, but and then my electric, I wanted to have things reorganized. And as soon as I pulled my energy back to myself for myself, I got all those people and more. I had so many people reach out to me that are new friends, where I have another office, and just making sure I was okay if I need anything. It was just been so kind and so nice, and not effort. There hasn't been a lot of effort with it. It's been just really nice to have things showing up for me. And even the pool, like I've gotten such great, amazing advice about how to get the pool back and running, because there was a couple of issues. So, this is so personal to me, and it's a really hard call, because that's how I show I care. And I had to pull that back and say, how I'm really going to care about somebody is letting them make their own mistakes. How I'm really going to care about someone is let them live their own life, because I'm here for my purposes, and I can't do that if I'm trying to live someone else's life, because you never will. No matter how much you love someone, their free will and their choices are theirs. So that you can love them with, above and beyond every ounce of love you thought you could possibly have, and it still won't be enough, because it's up to them to make the difference. So the guy who wrote, Jack Canfield, who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, all those books, he has a saying that you can't do their push-ups for them. You can't do their sit-ups for them. You can't do it for them. And it's so true, because there's been plenty, I have enough life data, enough years in my life that I've almost killed myself trying to get somebody to be the person I saw them, be the person I saw inside of them. I just saw this potential. And, and that's in relationships too. And, they were really happy with where they were and they were happy staying there. I was the one that was the outlier. So save yourself time. And if you have this list of all these things you really want to do, you're not going to get there, and you're not going to be fully happy getting closer to there because your energy is spent in other places. So it doesn't mean not caring. I still have been a great support to people through this time. I have been reaching out to everyone that I care about, but I've not exhausted myself in having someone else's energy if they can't own their own energy, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot of guilt with this. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of feeling like, well, I'm so strong, I can handle, because I do this 100%. I'm so strong. So they're not as strong. Like, they have some things going on and I can handle this for them. Like, I can handle this challenge, and I'll be their protector. And every single time it has turned into me being exhausted and feeling slighted, because it's not my job. It's not my job, So I'm at a really good place, and I hope you get there too, with feeling like I sense the boundaries needing to be in place, and I respect that sense, because that's my intuition and that's my alarm saying, we know what this is. This is something that it's like eating something that your stomach is going to be upset. Your stomach's like, we know what that is. It's not going to feel good in an hour. So it's the same thing. It's, I mean, that's how you love, and that's taking away from yourself. It's almost like you have to go back into the worthiness part and say, am I only worthy because I'm giving this much? And there needs to be a balance. So it needs to be a balance of, I'm worthy and deserve a lot, and I'm worthy to give out a lot. It's give and take, but try to see where you're giving too much or you're not. And a lot of times, if I'm focused on too much on someone else's life, I don't want to deal with my stuff. It's so much easier dealing with someone else's stuff. So maybe that's you too. So see where you are in that, and make a list of where you need to have boundaries and who you need to have boundaries with. And people usually respect it, and if they don't, that's even more reason to have the boundaries. And I'm not a selfish person. I'm an over-giving person. But I do have my limits, and I don't want to dislike anyone. I just want to have get to my goals and not have things in the way that I'm creating. So if my energy is not inside of me working on my goals, which my goals always include other people and helping other people, if they're not in that space to help me with that, I have to be doing that first. So where are you in your space, and who drains you? Pay attention to your energy. Who drains you? Who makes you feel bad? Who later, if you think of something, you're like, that was kind of a crazy thing to say. Why would you say that to me? That wasn't very kind, and that was actually really selfish. Or narcissistic people, and they don't have to be flashy. Like narcissists, it's really interesting because there's so many that I've had in my life that weren't flashy, but they went back to themselves in every single sense. So what can you pick up on in conversations that you're like, this person is not wanting the best for me, and they're more than happy to have me giving my time to them? It's usually how it happens. So try to see where you can pull back and have your own energy return to you so that you can be exactly what I said. I mean, literally, it was like within days of me just meditating and just asking. I believe in God, so I ask God, I speak to the universe, just universal energy, and I was like, just please let me have all my energy back so I can do the things I want to do. And it was instantaneous that all these things just fell into place. So, and it seems so simple, but these it's like once this gets set, then it's just really interesting how your mind works. So once you complete one thing, your mind goes to bigger things and your life gets on this roll, right? So we all want to be happy. We all want to live in the purpose we think we're here for. And, you know, for me, it includes other people, but I have to be there for myself. I have to be the person who sets healthy boundaries, sending love and wishing people the best. But I need to know when I'm giving too much energy and it's not healthy. And I have to investigate why I want to give that much energy. So why am I not giving that energy to myself? Because that's self-love, to give yourself that energy, and it's self-worth. So, you know, self-love is a hard one, and self-worth and self-forgiveness and all that. But start with this is not a selfish thing, but start with yourself and saying, okay, where can I use this energy to help my life and my goals? So it's putting action where, sorry for my nails. So putting action where you have intuition, and it's really exciting because the more you do, the more you're going to inspire other people to do. So hopefully, good luck with your boundaries. Let me know if you have any questions about them or ways I did things, and I will be more than happy to help. And try to do the simple things like I had said. Just notice when you're around people how you feel, and notice who drains you, and notice who's just not reciprocating. They're just more than happy to take, because that happens a lot. So anyway, have a great day. Good luck with your boundaries, and look for cute armadillos. Yay.